that the category A has been always registered to the lot and can have 311 swipes. And I do know that category B is only for one person.
Right, so I guess we need to find out who's the person who can answer that question. But the reason I'm asking is I don't believe that there was ever a limit on a maximum of 4 swipes a day on category A.
Quítale el micrófono a la
Martha, you're correct about that. The swipes on category A pass, and this was kind of discussed with the golf committee, the intention was a golfer, if he wanted to bring up 3 other players and have a foursome, they could do that. If they wanted to do an organized golf tournament and bring 20 players and play in one day, not allowed. Okay, so at the end of that, the bottom of that, it says that, whatever it says, I can't read it from here, but I think it does say that you're limited to, normal play. So that is a change, you're correct. That it used to just say that the developer could use the pass on unlimited use and for the 311 rounds. But seriously, without saying that to limit it to a foursome, somebody could come and organize and say, well, let me get 20 guys and let's have a money play and let's play for $1,000 and create and so that's not the purpose of the pass.
Well, I do know that in the past, when I've come, I bring 4 friends because I'm kind of like it takes me 3 hours to play 4 holes. So, I bring the other folks and I usually just drive the cart a lot. But we have been able to swipe for all 5 of us and also be able to swipe for a bucket of balls. And that happens maybe 5 times a year. I see that.
It's within reason. Nobody's going to have a heart attack over that. And I'm just saying the reason that there is a limitation there is to prevent abuse. I mean, there are a lot of these passes that are sold that are outside of El Dorado. I mean, I've got people at Pete's Camp, I've got people, we've got people all over that buy passes that go up for sale. And, now they are in a category B class, that's true. But even for a category A, I just don't want the abuse. That's the problem. If you're going to have 5 guests or 6 guests or something like that, and it's a special family group or friend group or whatever, you're going to be able to come to us and say, hey, listen, I've got this group and obviously we're going to cooperate and not make a big deal out of it.
Okay.
And we've never had a complaint, and I haven't had abuses. We haven't had abuses in the past about it, so it hasn't been a big issue. But the golf committee decided, it could happen, and they want to just keep it under control.
I'm going to need some help in figuring out what the question is here, but the people, I understand that the golf course is never going to be profitable and that we're doing this to protect our home values. But right now, since the home values are so low, we don't see that as a benefit. The people who are really benefiting are, let's say, 100 people that are buying the golf passes. The rest of the people eat the cost because there's only 100 people playing, and they're offering, let's say, $100. I mean, most of them are not offering the value, and when I ask people why they sell it for $100, they go, hey, $100 is $100. So I still see that there could maybe, I guess my question has been, there could maybe be a way for the people who are benefiting from playing to pay a portion of this so that we're not constantly really benefiting them, such as these people here asked about the pool. idea, Pat tried it didn't work. So basically, we're paying for everybody's golf fund. So is there a way, so that's my question, is there a way that we can reduce this and have them chip in either, whatever?
We've worked on that for 4 years, and I'll tell you what happens is if people are willing to sell it for that much undervalue, we can't stop them.
That's not my question. My question is, what can we do?
We have not come up with anything. If you would like to give us some suggestions, we'd be open to them. The committee has spent 4 years working on that very issue.
Does anybody here have any suggestions?
Golfers pay more.
Yeah. Golfers
Pay more.
Whoever more than what?
More than the rest of us who don't play golf. You just said.
Well, how are they going to pay more if they have a pass?
Charging more.
They have a pass.
Yes, it's a discount.
So to use the pass, they have to pay $10 for the pass.
It's $200.
Well, it's a good point that you guys are bringing up, and it registers. It's something that we really haven't talked about, but you know what we could do, I mean, you know, what comes to mind to me, maybe is that we take the category B pass and charge the golfer 20 or 25 bucks to play. You know, and your lady's idea of, you know, increasing revenues, it would be a way, certainly it's something we can look at in the golf committee. And I would say we could look at it right away. I mean, I think we need to get this vote through, but you know, obviously this will come up again next year, and I know we're already kicking around a couple of ideas about what to do about all of this. And we might be, and I think we can probably come up with some way to adjust this next year. But in one way would be to take a Class B pass, make it a different colored pass so it's easy to recognize when they come to play golf and say, you know, it's 25 bucks a round, plus the cart fee.
And the cart
It's
fee.
still cheap golf
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
for a golfer, you're right.
The golf cart fee has.
And you would have a lot more money to maintain golf carts.
I have another question up here.
Denise maybe covered this, and you probably did, and I probably missed it, but
And I might have forgotten it too, so.
in category B number 2, the number of passes that were put in the pool last year, how many were sold?
I think 1 or 2. I mean, it's, you know, people aren't willing to pay it when the owners will take the $100. You know, 100's better than none, so. Martha's hand was up first.
Just to go back, I think somebody mentioned earlier, maybe once a quarter or something, to open the golf committee meetings to owners coming, and maybe for the sole purpose of dedicating some time for brainstorming on some ideas to make the golf course more profitable, because, you know, after 4 years, and I think the same people have been on the committee, you know, you might need some fresh ideas. I think some came up today that may have been benefit. So I think that would be a good thing to do. So
And as we said before, we'll do that at the next meeting. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
Well, I think I'd like to make it a motion that it's something that we should do quarterly in order to improve the golf assessment. Can we add that?
I don't think
No, we cannot do it right now, but we can make it to the committee and we will work on that.
Okay.
We can do that.
Can you put it in the newsletter
Yeah,
with the outcome
we-
is, not just the golf committee? Because I think there's enough people here. I mean, we've been doing this for 4 years, and we're
Yeah.
going to do it for another 2 years.
Yeah, the commentary
So we
is
need to do
noted.
that.
Yeah, the commentary is noted, we will include it in the
Okay,
minutes,
thank you.
and we'll work on that with the golf committee. After Martha, I think so we should go for the vote. Go ahead, Martha.
Well, not to complicate things, but in an effort to keep this simple, let everyone who signed up for the last 2 other times that we voted for this, I think it's in everyone's best interest, given the recent discussions about maybe we should be doing something different in the future, that we do not change the contract with the golf passes this year from what we had in previous years. I think we need to stick with the same definitions for the usage for category A and category B, and then take a fresh look at a lot of different things that we're going to vote on. But to change the definition on what's supposed to be a renewal, I think is inappropriate.
The 4 swipes, that's the change.
You're saying it's unlimited?
It used
It
to
wasn't
be,
limited, yes.
you could have as many people, and what Pat was explaining is, he doesn't want to have 20 guys come out and do their own mini golf tournament.
Well, I think that gets addressed in the very last sentence and doesn't have anything to do with category A.
Well, it does if you're continually bringing 10 people to play.
All right. I think so. We have enough discussions. There are new ideas which are very good. We will put them into the committee. We'll think about them. Now, do I have a motion to go to the vote? Okay. Second? All right. We will do the voting by ballot. So I will ask our Chair Sneaky.
Excuse me, Roberta, does that mean you would entertain an amendment to the previous definitions? Does that mean you won't entertain a motion to amend that slide to the previous definition?
The comment is noted. We will include in the minutes and we will leave it on that.
Okay, so we're voting on the slide. We're voting on the definition of the slide, not the previous definition. Under unbalanced, there is a space that the classifications are going on. On the other, there's 3 choices. This kind of makes modification. I asked if you would agree.
Hey, Tom. There we go. They brought us a pretty red.
is a marvelous tool for all kinds of wonderful things. And here's the past from last time. Here's the information. So you can take a look. It says, full value of $469 must be paid before the issuance of the pass. Owner who keeps his pass has 311 swipes and is not limited on the number of swipes per day. That's the change.
But we are changing. That's not what we're voting on.
We're voting on what was done before. Okay?
This one?
That one. Yes.